Hello, I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell, and I'll be having my next giveaway when I reach 500 subscribers. I will have questions during the live, and when I reach 450, I'll do the questions again in a premiere. Right now, let's see what palettes are up for grabs this go round. So be sure to share me out to help me get there. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Good morning, everyone. I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell. It's Favorites Fridays. We're chatting my favorite shows, and it's episode 13. Let's ask Siri to pick a number. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 36.
The answer is 18.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm excited. Number 18 is my favorite anime. Yes, it's not the shirt I'm wearing. That's not it. And I don't have the beanie I got for my birthday. If you watch my birthday live, you get to see the beanie. Um, that was Sunday, March 24th, was when I did the live. So let's get into the anime. All right, so if you don't know Fairy Tale, so Fairy Tale is a magical world, and it seems like a lot of people have magic. Not everyone, but a lot of people do. And the magic's different. The magic can be something within you, like an element, or it could be like you have an object and like that's the magic. Um, they called it holder type because one of the main characters, she's a celestial wizard, so she calls celestial spirits into this world from their world to help her. So yeah, so in this world, they have the good, they have the bad. um Fairy Tale is the name of a guild, and they're good, they're really good. um you know they're like always ready to rumble, and they have a guild master, and he's supposed to keep them in line, and sometimes he goes along with them. So yeah, they're very tight knit, fun, rowdy, always there for each other. um it's one of those times where you hear family isn't the one you're born into, it's the one that you make. You really feel that with Fairy Tale. um what do I like about the show? I like the close knit group. I like how close um Lucy, Natsu, Wendy, Gray, and well, yeah, you don't really consider Juliet, but Urza, are. Juliet only wants to be close to Gray. Uh, but I love how close that they are, and you can't forget Carla and Happy. So yeah, like I love the close knit. I love um you know a lot of people think that they just defeat people and then that's it, but apparently the people that they defeated, sometimes there was death, but you didn't see it, they didn't show it. So it's like you don't know if they're alive or not sometimes until like you might see them on later on as a changed person. So yeah, I love, that they travel and have adventures, and, they get to see the world and have understanding, and, you know, and sometimes some people go alone, but the main people go as a group. And I think that that's nice to travel with your friends and to make memories. You have jobs to do, they're doing jobs, they have missions, but still, like, it just seems like a lot of fun. So, favorite characters? Natsu. No question. Natsu. I love him. He is a dragon slayer. So he was taught how to defeat dragons by a dragon by his father. Um, and they consider, like, dragon slayers consider the dragons who taught them, because they had them at a real young age, their parents. They didn't have parents, they just had their dragon. So Igneo was the king of fire dragons, which made make Natsu a prince. And I think that would explain of why he's as strong as he is. Now, he's not the strongest one in the guild, he's not the strongest one in Fairy Tale, but when he really gets riled up, he grows so much stronger. And that keeps on going throughout the series. Like, he just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And he's always there for his friends, even though he's always rowdy and always trying to, like, rumble and, like, train or whatever. He's always there for his friends, and he loves them deeply, and he will always try his best, to not see them cry, to make sure, that they stay happy. I love that. And I love that he has Happy, who is his cat, but he's not actually a cat. He's what they call an X-seed, and they have wings and they have magic and they talk. So that's his little partner, his little bunny, and they're always together. So I love that. Any other favorite characters? Urza. I love Urza. Urza is so brave, and she's been through so much. So many of these characters have, and, like, she just keeps pushing through it and through all of the hardships that she had to endure over her life. And she's still able to smile and have fun, and I love that. And I love, she's able to put fear into people just by staring at them. Like, she gives them this stare, and then they're just, like, petrified. I love that. I love that about her, and I love that she's not only fierce, but she has, like, a really cute, dainty, girly side to her, and I love that. It's like, I love seeing, we're not just one thing. And she loves cakes, like a specific strawberry cake. I don't know if it's strawberry shortcake, but yep. And all hell breaks loose if somebody makes her drop her cake. She's amazing. Lots and lots of fun. So caring, so kind. Beautiful soul. Let's see anybody else not between, but besides Natsu and Urza. Hmm. I love Julia. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, and she was bad, but she turned good. And I love her because, you know, she loves deeply. She might be a little bit obsessive, but she loves deeply, and she doesn't give up, and she does anything for the person that she loves. Like, so caring. She even found out how to, like, give her own blood to him just in case he ever needed a transfusion. Like, she's that down for her man. Um, she's so sweet, so cute, and, like, very strong, incredibly strong. She doesn't seem it because the way she dotes on the guy that she loves, but very strong. And yeah, I like that she changed her ways, and I like that, just meeting that one person made her open her eyes and, like, this isn't what I want. And she's able to pursue what she wanted, and she found a family in Fairy Tale, and I think she fits in very well. I like Wendy. Wendy is so cute. She is the youngest. Well, she's the youngest dragon slayer, but they had an issue where they were preserved for 7 years, and ever like time was still going on for everybody on the outside world. So I'm actually not sure if she's technically the youngest, because I don't know if Sing and Rogue are her age, because they kept aging. If she would have aged that 7 years, maybe she would have been their age. I don't know, but you know, there's that. But she's so sweet. She's a dragon slayer, and her ability, I can't remember. I didn't say Natsu is fire. Natsu's fire. I mentioned his dad, but Wendy is, what do they say? Sky and wind. So it's wind, but also she has healing abilities. She can heal with her magic. So there's that. And I just love that she tries her hard and she pushes herself past um past her limits, and she doesn't give up. I respect that so much. So yeah, Loxus. He's another dragon slayer. I always liked him, and he kind of lost his way and tried to overthrow, you know, his grandfather, who's the leader of the guild, and he wanted to take over. And I just think his love for the guild got misconstrued, because when it comes down to it, he still loves Fairy Tale deeply. I think it was like his dad's mentality. His dad always like put the idea in his head that it's all about power and image and all of that. And I think it was just him fighting against what his dad taught him versus what his grandfather taught him, and who he really is. I think it was like an inner battle, and him getting exiled from the guild, it gave him that time and space that he needed to really figure out who he was, what he values, and all of that. So, and no matter what, he was always down to help Fairy Tale, even when he wasn't part of the guild. So, yeah, I love and respect that. And I think he came a long way, and I like that he would never betray Fairy Tale again. Least favorite characters: Zareth. No ifs, ands, or buts. Zareth. Um, who we find out later on is actually Natsu's brother. Mm-hmm. And he's an evil wizard, a dark wizard, and it's crazy how he became evil. So, and then these are all spoilers. Um, his love for his younger brother, who's Natsu, is what turned him evil. Now I know that sounds weird. So he got into necromancy because Natsu had passed away, to bring him back. Now he did bring him back. He's alive and kicking and aging. But the downside, there's two downsides. Downside is he doesn't remember like his life prior. He just remembers everything going forward. So it's like he was reborn. So yeah, he doesn't have any memory of his prior life. His memories start from when he met Igneel and go forward. So he has no memory of his family. And with that, um the other part of you know it's the downside, is he was cursed because he played with, like, he played at being God. He was cursed, so now he's immortal. But not just that, not just immortal, because a lot of people will be like, well, that's something to be good and happy about. Like, I'd be happy to be immortal. it's a curse. So with curses, it's never a good thing. So with him, he cannot love anything. If he loves anything, everything around him starts to die and decay. People, trees, plants, animals, everything. So he cannot allow himself to love. Loving means loss. So he has to hate things, and it's sad. But yeah, I don't like him. I understand. I feel like there are so many people that if they could, they do the same thing. They bring their loved one back. So it's just like I don't like him, but honestly, I can understand where he's coming from. So there's that. I dislike Zareth. Other least favorite characters besides Zareth. Hmm. I didn't I didn't like Sting and Rogue in the beginning. When I first met them, I didn't like Sting and Rogue because of how cocky that they were. And, you know, as you got to know them, as like, influence died away, went away, um, they were who they were meant to be. They were very nice people. It was just they were driven, I don't know, by influence from like the people in their guild to just be a certain way, think a certain way, and they just went with it. They thought it was normal and okay, and it just wasn't. But yeah, I didn't like them at the beginning, but I grew to like them as time went on. Any other least favorite characters? When I first met him, I did not like Gajil. I did not like Gajil. Um, he's another Dragon Slayer, and hopefully I've been saying Dragon Slayer the whole time, and I didn't accidentally say Demon Slayer. Um, but he's another Dragon Slayer. Um, Now he's steel, like that's his element. Um, yeah, he was very angry and like just wanted to fight and beat people up and like take out I don't know anger or whatever on other people, and I didn't like that. I don't like that at all. I like that Makarov, the leader of Fairy Tail, gave him a shot to change, and he did. He took it, and he became so much better, and he's down for Fairy Tail. Like that's his guild, that's his home. But before that, before he was accepted by everybody, there were so many people that didn't accept him because he was part of the reason why Fairy Tail had to rebuild their guild. He wrecked it. Their guild is like where they hang out, where they accept job requests. Yeah, it's a it would be like their lounge, I guess. So yeah, he wrecked their guild. So they were so angry about it, and he beat some of them up, and they were angry about that too. Like he hurt Fairy Tail so deeply, so he got a lot of like resistance. Like people were not accepting of him, and instead of fighting them, he let them take their anger out on him. He didn't fight back. He let them take it all out. So I think so they would accept him, and they did. They did, and he protected Levy, who is the girl he beat up, one of the people he beat up. He protected her, and you know everyone came around. So that was nice. I liked him as time went on, but when I first met him, I didn't like him. And then there are a lot of characters like that that as time goes on, you grow to like them. And there are other ones where you just don't. I didn't grow to like Zara. Now, what was her name? Elaine. I'm pretty sure her name is Elaine. Who's Urza's mother? I did not like her. I'm pretty sure in the very end she did protect Urza, but I didn't like her. Just like she didn't find her daughter useful to her, so she threw her away like trash. Like, what? I did not like that. Mm-mm. That's not okay. Like, I did not like her mother at all. And her mother was actually a dragon slayer, but she turned into a dragon because I guess that's the fate of dragon slayers to turn into dragons. But with um with the ones raised by dragons, Natsu, Gajiel, Wendy, Sting, and Rogue, they're they're different because their parents were inside of them. They didn't know this was inside of them making antibodies. So that way they would never have to turn into a dragon. So yeah, and um with Loxus, he had a lacrima placed inside of him by his father, and that's what gave him the ability to be a dragon slayer. Now the lacrima is like this, like kind of like an orb thing that has magic inside of it. And I don't know what happens, if it can even be removed. Like they never discussed that. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah. Anyways, going back to Ursa's mom, Elaine, she was just not a kind person. She was, I believe she was like a queen. I think she was royalty, but you know, after she became a dragon slayer, and then she changed into a dragon, obviously she wasn't accepted anymore, and it's just like all these things, and they considered her a beast, and she was exiled. And I don't quite understand it, but she's been alive for like 400 years, at least 400 years, if not longer. So I don't know if that means dragons are immortal or if they just live a very long time. So there's that. But yeah, so I don't know. Just to discard your child like they're nothing, like, I'm not okay with that. Don't like that. All right, let's get into what I disliked about the show. Mm, Honestly, not a whole lot. Um, let's just go to certain arcs, ones that I skip over. I didn't like the when they go to what was it? I can't remember if it was Laguna Island when they go to the island um with the people that were cursed, and yeah, like I understand why they had to do that. They had to introduce characters that would come later on. It's just that, I don't know, it wasn't fun for me. Um, you know, it was okay, but I didn't really like it. Like I didn't like there's so much of it where it's just like, oh my gosh, like as you're seeing and you're excited, and that just didn't do it for me. Also, when Jalal is like lost his mind, trying to, I don't know if he's trying to end the world or what exactly his goal was. Yeah, I didn't really like that. That was just like something I like to skip over. I didn't like that, but I understood you needed to see some of those characters because they're going to show them later on. So I understand that. I didn't wasn't into it. Other than that, I didn't really dislike anything. Well, when it got really like religious and then all of that and dealing with the church and all these other things going on, that was a lot. Like I don't know, just for me, it just seemed like a lot going on all at once because it seemed like it was like everyone was having like ulterior motives and you didn't know what people were doing, and it's just like it just seemed like a jumbled mess. But other than that, I love fairy tales. So one of my favorite anime. Why would I recommend the show? Well, if you love magic, if you love close relationships, if you love seeing people go on adventures, fairy tales for you. You will love fairy tales as much as I do. It's a great show. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. Bye.